Hello students, let us study Charles' law. In 1787, Jacob Charles studied the temperature volume relationship of gases. This relationship is seen easily when an inflated balloon is left in bright sun and it bursts, or car tires burst in hot summer days. So these are the examples which we usually see in daily life. This is because the air inside the balloon expands with the rise in temperature, right? Like if we take example over here, these are containers, and in this we have taken gas. Here the pressure is constant and temperature over here is less, and here we have double it. Okay, so you will see that on increasing the temperature, this is a thermometer, so on increasing the temperature you will see that volume increases, right? So here if the volume is V, on doubling the temperature volume becomes 2V, right? So we can say that in general an increase in temperature, okay, at constant pressure causes an increase in volume, right? And a decrease in temperature at constant pressure causes a decrease in volume. So here the law is stated over Charles' law states that at constant pressure the volume of given mass of a gas increases or decreases by 1 upon 273 of its original volume at 0 degree Celsius for each degree rise and fall in temperature. Now to understand this law, let us first understand absolute zero, then we'll again come back to this definition. So let us understand absolute zero. What is absolute zero? Here let 273 centimeter cube be the original volume of a gas at 0 degree Celsius, right? Now if this is the temperature at 0 degree and volume is 273 centimeter cube, then at minus 1 degree Celsius its volume will decrease by 1 centimeter cube. How? Because 1 upon 273 into 273 is equals to 1. Why are we doing this? We are saying over here the volume of the gas increases or decreases by 1 upon 273, okay, of its original volume. So let the original volume is 273 centimeter cube at 0 degree Celsius, okay, and for each degree Celsius rise and fall, so if we are decreasing the temperature by 1 degree, the volume will also decrease by 1 centimeter cube. Okay, so we are saying the volume will decrease by 1 upon 273. So when you will do this, this will get cancelled and volume will decrease by 1 centimeter cube. Okay, so therefore we can say that volume of a gas at minus 1 degree Celsius is equals to what? 273 minus 1 here is equals to 272 centimeter cube. So now your volume will be 272 centimeter cube, because here you have decreased the temperature by 1 degree, volume will also decrease by 1 upon 273, because original volume is 273 centimeter, so it is actually decreasing by 1. So here if we say at minus 2 degree Celsius the volume of gas will be 273 minus 2, so it will be 271 centimeter cube. If we say at minus 3 degree Celsius volume of gas will be 273 minus 3, so is equals to 270 centimeter cube. So at minus 273 degrees Celsius what will happen? So if we go on decreasing the temperature, and if the temperature is minus 273 degrees Celsius, what will be the volume? So volume of gas will be 273 minus 273, so is equals to 0 centimeter cube. So here the law says that if you go on decreasing the temperature, volume decreases. Okay, so therefore at, we can say, minus 273 degrees Celsius volume of gas is equals to 0 centimeter cube, right? And what is your this absolute zero? So we call this as absolute zero. So your absolute zero, okay, is equals to minus 273 degrees Celsius plus 273 is equals to 0 Kelvin. So minus 273 degrees Celsius and 0 Kelvin are the same temperature over here, right? So let us define. Now by this, what have we understood? We understood that on decreasing the temperature by 1 degree Celsius, okay, decrease or increasing the temperature, the volume will decrease or increase by 1 upon 273 of its original volume, okay. So here let us define absolute zero. What is absolute zero? The temperature at which the molecular motion ceases and average kinetic energy of the molecules becomes zero is called absolute zero. That means here at 0 degrees Celsius, so as minus 273 degrees Celsius, the molecular motion will cease, okay, and average kinetic energy will become zero. So that is called absolute zero, okay. So absolute zero is minus 273 degree Celsius, right? So the temperature minus 273 degrees Celsius is called absolute zero, right? Now what happens at absolute zero? Here, see, we are talking about gases, and if we go on decreasing the temperature and we say volume becomes zero, but volume of the gas will never become zero, okay. So what happens in actual practice? The before the temperature of minus 273 degrees Celsius is reached, a gas liquefies and is no longer a gas, okay, but it turns to but is a liquid. So before reaching this temperature, all the gases will either turn to liquid or solid. So that is why we are saying here practically it is not possible. We say that all gases liquefies or solidifies before reaching this temperature, okay. So that can ever be reached, right? So therefore this is the lowest temperature that can ever be reached. At this temperature all molecular motion will cease, and however practically the temperature is impossible to attain, right? So theoretically we are saying when the temperature decreases, then volume will also decrease. So this is the law, all of you. Now let us understand the graphical representation of the Charles law. So let us say here we have taken in all these 4 cylinders, we have taken a gas, okay. So here we have taken 0.25 liter gas and the temperature is 100 Kelvin, right? So when you are moving this here, we is temperature in Kelvin, and here volume in liters, right? So here when this is the volume 0.25 liter at 100 Kelvin, now if we increase the temperature, what we will see, when the temperature is 200 Kelvin, then volume will also double, 0.50 liter it will be. When you go on increasing the temperature is 300 Kelvin, volume is 0.75 liter. And if the temperature is 400 Kelvin, then volume is 1 liter, right? So if you go on increasing the temperature, volume will increase and we will get the graph as a straight line. So here the volume is increasing when the temperature is increasing, volume is increasing, right? So from this graph we can tabulate the data and let us understand what happens here. Let us say temperature and here volume. So temperature when it is 100 Kelvin, okay, temperature is in Kelvin and volume is in liters. So when temperature is 100 Kelvin, what is the volume? 0.25, okay. Temperature is 200 Kelvin, volume is 0.50. Temperature is 300 Kelvin, volume is 0.75 liters, and temperature is 400 Kelvin, volume is 1 liter. Now if we divide this V by T, then what do we get? So V by T is here 0.0025. So you will get in all the cases constant. So it is at constant pressure, V by T value you will get 0.0025, right? Now here this straight line, all of you, the straight line of the graph passing through the origin, that is in temperature is in Kelvin, shows the direct variation between temperature and volume, right? So this is a straight line which indicates that when temperature is increasing, volume increases. That is the relationship we are understanding. Now in this case, now what will be the mathematical representation? But before that, let us understand, if the graph is drawn taking temperature on degree Celsius, on Celsius scale, then the straight line has to be extended backward to show the absolute 0 point, right? So here, according to Charles' law, we know that V is directly to T, okay, volume is directly proportional to T. So let this be our equation number 1, okay. So therefore we can say V by T is equals to K constant, okay. So our K is constant proportionality, okay, constant proportionality, right? Let this be equation 2, right? Suppose a gas occupies V1 centimeter cube at T1 temperature, then what do we get? V1 upon T1 is equals to K constant, okay. Let this be equation 3. If V2 centimeter cube is volume occupied at T2 temperature, then V2 upon T2 is equals to K constant, equation number 4. Now on combining both the equations, what do we get? V1 upon T1 is equals to V2 upon T2 is equals to K constant. K is what? At constant pressure, right? So this relationship we will use, okay, or this you can say mathematical representation we will use to solve numericals, right? Now what is this? V by T is equals to K constant. We have seen over here V by T, you see this all values you are getting constant, right? So to remove this K proportionally, inversely proportional, here we have taken K constant and V by T we are getting constant value. So V1 upon T1, V2 upon T2 is the mathematical representation given by Charles. Now after this absolute 0, okay, after the introduction of absolute scale and Kelvin scale, Charles' law was modified, and what was given? It states that pressure remaining constant. Let us write it over here, okay. It was modified and it was stated like that: pressure remaining constant the volume of a given mass of dry gas is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. So this is Charles' law. Thank you, students.